Hey everybody, I wanted to take a second while things were in bloom to give you a tour of the backyard. Not a lot has changed. I mean, my back's kind of slowed us down, but I did want to show you what year 3 in the late spring, early summer looks like. Lilac is fragrant as all get out, and it's not even in full bloom yet, so that's going to be awesome. But the gooseberry, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's about 3.5, 4 feet in diameter, and it's thickening out. And the one thing you're going to see as I show you the berry bushes, everything that's got berries this year is just crazy. 2-3 berries per node, berries all over the place. But this is a 3-year-old gooseberry. It was about 14 inches tall by 8 inches when we put it in, somewhere around there anyway. And it's doing awesome. Last year's blueberry bushes, 3 different varieties. Don't ask me, I don't remember. This guy's looking a little sparse, but obviously still okay. Probably some transplant shock. Deb spruced things up with some tulips and whatever those guys are. I don't remember. Pay attention to these violas. They have just appeared. It's quite astonishing. Out of the blue, no pun. It's kind of purple, but no pun intended. They just showed up and have gone crazy. Year 3 on the comfrey. I'm going to split them this year, probably into 4 nodes and transplant and spread. Charles, I'm going to give you some. Get ready, Tim. This was the tomato garden from last year, and I got to spread some stuff. But the Alpine Red Wonder Mountain strawberries are already getting ready to put on fruit. So much bigger than they were last year. Just crazy this year. Really excited. These are going to get transplanted, and I'm probably going to buy some more seed because the berries are long and narrow like torpedoes, but they taste fantastic. Really super sweet. Garlic from last year. I went to harvest it and it was too late. Just left them in, said the heck with it. And the river, the rock bed, I think we've showed it before, but it's I used a water level and graded it from the neighbor's yard towards the low point, which is right about there. It's supposed to run all the way through for a drain for the city, but it's built in the 50s and everything is kind of sunk in all over the place. But the rock or the little rock river bed here is well established. And what I really wanted to show you was the developments of the fruit trees in blossom, along with everything else right now, and the progress of the letting Mother Nature do her stuff with a little coaxing. It's really just gorgeous. Really gorgeous. If we come in here and look, this is year 2, second full year for this ring right around the edge of daylilies. But if you start to look in here, we've got violas everywhere. Just everywhere. It's come down here, give you a view. They're just, I'm pretty sure they're violas, but they're just they've gone nuts. I don't know where they came from, but one of the things that I wanted to do with this was to let Mother Nature, through permaculture techniques, just basic permaculture techniques that I've studied, do her stuff and make beautiful soil and allow the plants to just go nuts. And violas are edible, first of all, and to have them just show up out of nowhere, they didn't exist here. We didn't have violas in the backyard. I didn't plant them. So it's probably a squirrel or bird deposition. Just dropping them in, and boom, they just took off. A great area for them to thrive. They may have come in from the neighbor's yard for all I know. But it's just gorgeous. I just wanted to show you how vibrant it is. This is the 3rd year for a black currant, and let's see if the light is right, but look at the flower and berry clusters. Absolutely loaded, just loaded this year. The whole bush. And this one, again, was about 18 inches by maybe 12 when we bought it. And as you can see, it's 4 or 5 feet in diameter now across. So it's doing really well. Raspberries, year 3 for them. But they're sending runners and they're coming up. And I'll just stay on top of that, and I'm gonna encourage them because they taste fantastic. This particular bush tastes wonderful. And then Charles Watt sent me some asparagus. I think it was last year or the year before, and I was late in getting it in the ground. I didn't think it was gonna make it. They dried out. Put them in last year in the spring or summer, and didn't expect, they didn't see anything. So I've heard that they take a year to come up, but I just assumed they were dead. And then walking out here just this morning with my father, asparagus. So we've got a young asparagus shoot there. We've got one over here, right there, and there was a third one somewhere around here. But we've got, looks like 3 asparagus shoots. Oh yeah, one right, a smaller one right there. And then, so next year, hope I'm gonna let those go to seed this year and spread their lovely tasting seeds all over the place, so we get some wonderful fruit. Chocolate mint has propagated itself all through here. I mean, it's not the only thing, and it's obviously not taking over. A lot of people warned me and said it would just be crazy, and it has proliferated through here, but it's mixing with things, and other things are able to grow with it, and it's got just this wonderful scent. It's here's some right here. It tastes fantastic, just wonderful. I've got some mature dandelions. This guy right here, and the grass cuts down, but this has been here for a few years and it just keeps getting bigger. I'm kind of running it as a test. I mean, the whole plant's edible, top to bottom. And my dad and I had a bite of some young leaves this morning when we were walking around. Tasted great, a little bitter, not too bad. But my main goal is to see, just how strong this plant can get, and I'm not worried about them. They do their thing, and I want Mother Nature to do her stuff and just naturally grow and die back and refertilize everything. This is the red currant, and it's a totally different flower style. You can see they're all over the bush, just everywhere. And last year there wasn't a lot here, and it's been much slower. It was about the same size as the other one, so you can see that it's slow, but we've put on a few inches of growth this spring already, and tons of flowers. So new growth still coming, so it's going to be a good year for the red currant. See if I can get a view from back here for you, kind of show you the beds. Some tulips that Deb put in. There's apple mint out in there from the tree. The chives around the pear tree came back. The chives died off around the apple tree this year. They were there for 2 years, and now they're gone. But it really is gorgeous. It's hard for me to express in words how beautiful this space is where I'm standing right now. I can hear birds. It's natural. It's completely, organic. There are no chemicals or fertilizers. And my dad was commenting this morning, the currants we bought together and the gooseberry we bought together, and his are maybe a third or less the size that these are in 3 years. And we talked about what I'm doing and how it's kind of just chop and drop, and the nutrient mining that the comfrey does, and digs down deep and brings it up. The comfrey does not fight with surface dwelling plants fruit-bearing plants. They're a taproot. They go down deep. They mine it, bring it up top, and they'll do that 2, 3, 4 times a year if you cut them back. Like I could cut these down right now, and about a month they'll be back to where they are. By the end of the season, they're going to be probably about 3 times the size they are right now. So I'm going to divide a few of them. If anybody that's watching this that lives near me and knows me wants to get some, this is the Russian, I think they called it Bocking 14 hybrid that they created. It drops its flower petals before they fertilize. So comfrey is well known for spreading like crazy, and being very aggressive with other plants, so it would take over quite efficiently. But it's also medicinal. It was called knit bone historically. For whatever reason, chemically, when you mash it and make a compress out of it, it helps heal bruises, broken bones, or cuts. It'll cause them to mend faster. At least that's what I've read. It's also edible. Goats love it. It's a really prolific food source for livestock, both chicken and goat and stuff like that. Of course, that's what I've read, and in videos that I've seen with permaculture. But that's really it. I just wanted to give you a little tour and show you what we've got going on. It's really starting to take shape. It's right in line with everything I've read from Bill Mollison and Jeff Lawton, one other gentleman, and all the permaculture individuals online, men and women across the globe, just getting back to nature and letting, it's almost like getting out of the way, coaxing Mother Nature a little bit to retain water and saying, hey, here, I'm going to help you out to speed things up. And it would happen over centuries, millennia, but with a little coaxing, we can retain the water, stop the runoff, and start to create beautiful spaces, a perennial edible Garden of Eden, if you will, year after year after year after year. And it just gets more fertile and more fertile and more fertile as the mycelium and fungi and worms come up and grab it and pull it down. And I'm geeking. It's great stuff, but we're going to get some harvest this year. Hopefully my back will allow us to do some more beds. Landscaping plan, I'll try to do a video on that and share some of the love with you. So that's it. I just wanted to share it with you. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.